to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and we have a Fear the Walking Dead Part 2, Season 8, the final season. What is this, a trailer?
It's a teaser. It's from their Inside Fear the Walking Dead final season. It's kind of a final episodes teaser as to what to expect in the next half.
Have you heard anything about it?
The next half?
No. This
about
teaser.
This? No. I've people have been asking if we're going to react to it. We will react to it. Due to timing, we won't break it down tonight. Yeah. We will break it down in another video. But
who knows? There might not even be much in this to react to.
Usually they do in the final episode. So they're going to show some stuff.
We'll
see.
We'll Give me Troy.
Yeah,
we're going to get Troy?
I don't think they'll show that. They won't spoil that. But
give me his voiceover.
Oh, that'd be so
saying I'm
sweet.
Looking for you or some shit so like
sweet.
that.
Yeah. So, guys, once again, we're not going to break this down. This is going to be the reaction. We'll break it down in another video. It's just due to timing for tonight. But, yeah, I'm excited. So let's check this out.
Let's do it.
All right. Oh. There's Dwight. There's Sherry.
Now, why was he calling you Anton?
It's such a gigantic task to think about bringing all these stories, all these character journeys, not just to a conclusion,
Dad
but
looked
also
like
kind of
Troy.
bringing them full circle.
There's Luciana. Dad looked like Troy.
When we started to think about where do we want these characters to end up, it actually led to the question of, well, where did they start?
Oh, they showed him.
That's Troy, dude.
We wanted to look back at these characters from their very beginnings on the show and look at who they were back then.
There he is.
Yes.
And who they were now.
Look at his hair.
You can see how far they've come.
Wow.
Whoa.
With each of the characters to a certain
That's
degree,
so cool.
In the back half of this season, they have to look back in order to look forward.
I drew that when we were both living here.
And the theme that kept
I
coming
told
to
you
the
they're
front
going to come back
of
together.
our
I told you.
minds was just this idea of a family.
If I just did it differently, they both might be here.
And it all started with Madison Clark. She was this matriarch at the beginning of the apocalypse who always wanted to protect her kids, who wanted to create a world where they could be safe, who wanted to give them something that really didn't exist anymore.
You missed breakfast. The kid needs a place of her own.
We miss you,
Think about putting
girl.
the bed over here.
It all kind of boils down to the story. The story we want to tell, the story that we think will bring together all the themes, all the characters, everyone's stories.
Probably something that reminded her of Alicia.
Satisfying, and also feel like it has some real finality to it.
They're on a boat again. Did you see that? That's snow.
I'm gonna help you. You're gonna help me.
You do what?
Save Padre.
What? All right, that's the end of that, I think.
What scares me is the scene where if she says, if I could have done it differently, I could have saved them both, and Strand is hugging her, holding on to her. We have a scene of her putting her hand on a walker that resembles Alicia's hair. Is that scene where she says, I lost them both if I would have done it differently, right after she sees Alicia zombified?
If I see Alicia zombified, I'm fucking throwing shit. Like,
I'd be pretty pissed.
But I think that was like we both reacted. I think at the same time in the same way. Is I think maybe I don't know if you thought that was she was looking at Alicia. I took it as maybe she's seeing either her hair or just that girl, and it's making her think of Alicia in a sense. But was
it a walker?
It looked like a walker, yeah.
It looked like a walker.
But that scene is very powerful to have Strand wrapping his arms around her while she says that. Yeah. Strand knows that Alicia was alive. This is 7+ years. We don't know where she is. And, of course, Morgan was the last, that whole group was the last to see Alicia alive.
I have so many questions after this. So for sure, guys, I think we're getting Troy back. They would not put the Troy getting hit with the hammer scene in there. There was a silhouette of a man that
she was
Madison
attacked.
Yeah.
We will look at it more when we break it down, but that
looked like
Troy. Yeah.
Definitely think Troy's coming back.
Yeah.
Questions I have is, why does Strand think he needs to save Padre?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Is Madison in trouble? Is Troy coming after Padre? Because here's the deal.
Because she gave the coordinates.
Madison sent out the coordinates.
Yep.
Now Troy's going to go after there.
And who else? And anyone else is coming there.
And now Padre's in trouble. Is Strand coming in to save the day?
Yeah. I just hope they're not going to do a ton with kids. Because we've seen
Strand is.
We've already had a group of kids that were on our team, and we have no idea where they are now. That was in season 5, which was Strand's look is interesting, man. I love the shots that they were doing where they showed Strand when we first got introduced to him in the cell with Travis and Nick, and then we saw young Madison walking into her school, and it was really and Luciana. They didn't show
Daniel.
They didn't show Daniel, but Ruben Blades looks the same. No, I'm kidding. But that was interesting. I love the shot of I told you, Dwight and Sherry, and it looks like they're at the house because he was like, we drew this together when we were living here, and it's the infinity symbol, alpha. But I think so. It looks good. We're like we said, we're going to do a breakdown of it, full breakdown of it in another separate video. But just from that, it just looks like there's going to be some fighting, some turmoil.
We are immediately after this going back and pausing that what we think Troy scene.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to that.
I want to see that immediately.
That line is interesting from Strand though. We're gonna save Padre. While he's saying this to a bunch of kids, which yes, the kids are in Padre, and to save them, okay.
We don't know if they're in Padre.
We don't, but I think there's going to be a battle, man. Think of it. She's giving out these coordinates, and think about all the other people who have wanted to attack Padre but couldn't, right? So now they know a Padre has fallen. The floodgates are open. People are going to be rushing to that place. Yeah. And if there are people that already know about the containers. Now I know I'm sure they kept that tight-lipped, right? But maybe some things have slipped out. And if people know what's in those containers and they're coming for them, Madison's got to fight for that as far, we don't want any more villains taking it because she wants to hopefully provide this stuff out to the masses to help. But
I'm just getting some bad vibes from the whole Alicia thing. I mean, if we are going on the assumption that the person that we saw in the post credit scene, the teaser, was Troy that has Alicia's arm, then that means Troy found her zombified and took the arm off of her body.
Not necessarily. But that could be one option.
Unless he's got her...
One example.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't take it as she's dead. It's a hard sell if she's dead, but it could happen if they really want to do it.
That'd be stupid.
I'm thinking of it as maybe she has switched to use something else as her prosthetic. And
then how does Troy know it's hers?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know. We have to find out if he knows that's hers. Did she give it to him to say, if you find my mom? Now, Madison's not going to know what the hell this is because she has no idea.
We are assuming that Troy is an evil person.
We're assuming that. Because, he got hit in the head and he had a dam fall on top of him. But he survived. Actually, he got hit twice in the head by the hammer. She hit him twice in the head.
Because he was good. He was a weird character.
He was.
Because he was good, he was bad. Good. You didn't know where he was going.
That's what I loved about him.
But he was a psychopath.
He was a psychopath. You could see bits of good in him.
Yeah.
Especially with Nick. But
Nick brought the good out in him.
I'd say good and bad.
Bit, yeah.
More good than bad, Nick did. Yeah. Yeah. But I think Nick was very drawn to Troy as well.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Because Nick was going through some shit.
I loved that shit.
I know. That was the good fear, right? That was the good fear. So showrunners, we hope that you give us the last 6 episodes are going to be amazing. We hope that you do give us some final endings to these characters. We already know from The Walking Dead, because they had so many characters that, yes, some got good endings. We don't know what happened to others. Others we're going to find out, others in the spinoffs, but I don't think we're going to get spinoffs for Fear, so there has to be definitive endings. I think the only character that would make an actual crossover to a spinoff would be Morgan, since they gave us that scene. Other than that, they have to give definitive endings.
Yeah.
They have to give definitive endings for everyone else because we're not going to see him again.
Yep.
So let us know your thoughts. Definitely stay tuned for the breakdown, and we will see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you later. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.